Alright guys, I'm going to give you a quick overview on how to use the pen tool. Pen tool is located right here next to the text tool. It is pretty easy to use and it's a lot more detailed than the quick mask, which is, I know it's what you're used to doing, is just taking the quick mask and painting on it like this. But the problem with that is that you get all these little bumps right along in here, and that stuff shows up. So we're not going to do that. Instead, we're going to use the pen tool, which allows for very precise curves, and I'm going to show you how to do it. Start right here, and what I've just done is I gave it an anchor, and then I'm going to come up here and I'm going to look for curves. So I'm looking for the curve of our chin right here, and it's kind of hard to see, but the curve goes up and then it starts to curve back out this way right here. So I'm going to go to the curve here, and I'm going to click and not let go. I'm going to drag. And you'll see what happens is these handles pop out to the side. Now with the handles, I can hit my hold on a second. There we go. I can hit my option button and I can move the handle, and that changes the curve like that. So what I'm going to do is get it so it's just on the inside of her skin, just like that. I can move these individually too. There, so I have these in pretty good spots. And then this is the most important part. Where the handle is going, I want to point it in the direction I need it to go. Like right here, I'll draw an anchor and I'll bend it out just a little bit, like that. But now see how this handle is going off, kind of going off the reservation? Let me zoom in a little bit. Well, I need to move that. I need to change that so it doesn't do that anymore. So what I'm going to do is hold down my option button, and you'll see the mouse changes from the pen tool to this convert anchor point tool when I'm holding it on top of this handle. I'm going to move it down here and put it in the direction I want it to go. Zoom out a little bit, so I've got a pretty big curve right here around her cheek. I can go all the way to here. I can go all the way out there. I just have to click and hold on it. What I'm really looking for is this curve right here to be good. Now this one I can change. There we go. It's pretty good. And I'll move this one to right here. Now for this assignment, yes, I know her hair is pretty much a complex object. So we're just going to kind of go around that. And you're going to keep this halo type of shape around her head. So I'm going to click all the way over to here, clicking and dragging. Go all the way to here. Yes, we're going to give her a little bit of a haircut. Taking out her ponytail. I'll put it right here. That way I can go right to her ear. I just clicked to put an anchor there. Pull this out just a little bit. Hold down the option button. Now I can just do straight lines around her earring. That part's got a curve. There. Now I'll get around her ear. Hold down option. You have to get used to using that option button quite a bit. Come down to here. Pull out. Option. Come over to here. Click. Pull out. Option. Come over to here. We're going to put different clothes on her. So take off the Abercrombie & Fitch that she's wearing. Option goes to here. Go around that curve. Option, oh, I don't need the option, that one's fine. So it's a matter of clicking and dragging. You can't just click and let go or you're just going to get a straight line. Click and drag up. Now I think I'll just come straight across here. Follow this up. And then my anchor is already going in the right direction. So I look for this curve. Goes to right about there. And I don't like the way that cuts out right there, so I'm going to actually do my pen tool to there, and then go to there. Like that. Hold down that option button, hold down this option button, pull that down. Now here's my starting point. All I need to do really is just click on it, and I can drag if there's a curve involved, and now I have a singular path. Now a really good thing to do at this point is to save that path. So you want to get to your paths panel. This is the symbol for it. And right now it just says work path in italics because it's not saved. So I can save it as a selection, usually the easiest thing to do. So I'm going to click on this so it makes a selection, loads it up, and I'll go down and I will save the selection. Call it face cutout. That's the document that it's going to. It'll just be a brand new channel. And now it's done. And then it's really cool. I can go to my channels, and there it is. Hold down Command and click on it, and it brings that selection right back up. Now to get it even a little bit crispier, we're going to do this thing called Refine Edge. So once you have your selection made like this, we're going to refine that edge and shrink it. It's going to go into our skin just a little bit more to keep any of this white background from showing up. So to do that, I need to go to this tool. It's buried underneath Magic Wand tool. You can go to either one really. Quick Selection tool or Magic Wand tool. Either way, click on this and you get this button up here that says Refine Edge. And right now, this is a standard border, which means the background that you see. This gives it a red quick mask. This gives it just on a totally black background. This will make it on white, which obviously that's hard, that's stupid because it's a white light behind her. And this one loads it as a white background with the outline in black. That's the one I like to use the most. So I want to contract this just a little bit. Why am I checking the new software? Cancel. I'm going to contract this just a little bit. Now I can go crazy and just contract it a whole bunch. Give it a second to catch up here. Smooth that out. Oh, you know what? I know why. Look at this. You see this right here? What does that tell you? It tells me that this is my selection, not her. So guess what? That means I need to change that. Invert that selection. Now it should be just her. I'll double check. Yep, just her head. I'm going to save that as my selection. That means this one can go away. Bye. Now I have this one selected. So now, go back to here. Alright. So you can see that the more that I feather this, the blurrier it gets. The less I blur it, the crispier it gets. If I have little bumps in there, smoothing it out will take care of that. But I did pretty good with my anchor, so you don't have to worry about that part. You can see what the radius does. If you add radius with feather, then you're going to get a really major... I mean, look at that. You don't want that. See how it's getting smaller and smaller? See, this is getting thinner and thinner right there. That's why feathering is not really my favorite thing to do. But I am going to contract it quite a bit because that's going to cut into her skin just ever so slightly. You can see it's starting to do that already right here. And what that's going to do is going to make this very, very crisp. See, it's cutting in right there. It's cutting in a little bit right there. Contract a little bit more. Now this is off of her skin. That looks pretty good like that. I think I'm going to want this to be pretty darn crisp. So I'm going to hit OK. Alright. That's it. That's all you have to do. Save that when you're done, and we'll work on the rest in class.